Travis Wayne Goodsell. So, today, Russell M. Nelson of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints ordered my assassination, sent me a death threat, and as it turns out, so too did Representative Curtis of Utah. I thought he was Republican. And as such, he voted not to impeach Trump. So I'm kind of wondering why he got a death threat today. His was in the form of a paper with his face on it and then skull and crossbones for the eyes. Clear death threat signal. You know, Utah Representative Curtis. It's Curtis, right? Congressman Curtis, yeah. John Curtis. Representing 3rd District. Yeah, Republican. Huh. He voted not to impeach. What's going on? Like I said, the devil does not support his own. So, yeah, we're all in trouble these days. Everybody's sending me death threats, death threats. Everybody gets a death threat. You get a death threat. You get a death threat. You get a death threat. Yep. Why didn't Oprah run for president? She not only would have won, it would have been a far bigger win than what Biden got. So, foothold. You can't let the enemy get a foothold. Because once they get a foothold, the battle becomes far worse and takes much longer and puts you at greater jeopardy. This is what I've learned here. They keep trying to get a foothold, and then finally the police help them get it. And that's when the death threats started. So, alrighty. Nothing was added by the church today, or anything important. They're just carrying on as if there is no coronavirus. There is no insurrection against America, as prophesied by Joseph Smith. And that bugs me. Mormons know there's a latter days. They believe it's the second coming. Joseph Smith said no. But who cares? Mormons are looking for this day. They're looking for whether Joseph Smith was right, that we're going to return to Missouri, when it's actually southern Illinois, but or stay here in Utah, or secret missions to Missouri while the church stays here as the headquarters. The throne is in Missouri. But despite that, Mormons know it's coming. We've had too many generations of Mormons say, we all thought it was in our generation and it never happened, and it's not going to happen in your generation. The patriarch of this stake, right here, told me one day at church, when I was going to church, I wasn't threatened by the bishop to quit my job, stop telling the world that Joseph Smith is a translator, and why would I bother coming to church if I'm going to go around telling everybody that Joseph Smith is a translator. So I said, I'm not going to church. Didn't really say it. I just didn't show up to church anymore. But the patriarch was standing in the hall. It was either I was most likely waiting for the Relief Society to finish. I was married at the time. And he just out of the blue starts up a conversation with me, talking about that very same thing. He's a patriarch. He gives prophecy, patriarchal blessings about Mormons' futures. And he's telling me, oh yeah, we all thought in our day that it was going to be the end, and then no, nothing ever happened. I'm just standing there going, oh crap. A patriarch is telling me he doesn't get revelation. So what is in his patriarchal blessings to the members in this stake? They're probably going to need someone else to give them. But Mormons not only know about the last days, that there are supposed to be signs in the heavens to look forward to, and they've all come and gone except for one more, technically two. There's 3 days of darkness. We still have 2 and 3, but they're back to back in 23 and 24. But I mean, the one in 2024, 8th of April, all Mormons should be going, and they're not. Mormons just are apathetic. They talk about the second coming. I see Mormon videos. I don't click on them. But YouTube won't take them down. But I know they know. And they're all speculating because the president of the church is silent. And Mormons still say, oh, we're going to wait for the president to tell us what to do. It's now! We've got a coronavirus that was prophesied. We have the insurrection to destroy America and the Constitution. And all of it is happening. And Mormons are like, yeah, I'm going to wait for the prophet. It's not real. Those Dems are trying to destroy America. When the Lord comes, he's going to smite those deep state Dems. Oh dear God. I mean, this is basic Mormonism for the last days, 101. And all Mormons are failing. Failing basic Mormonism 101 for the latter days. Oh, yeah, I was going to check. It's just so unbelievable. Alright, it's doing okay. Going at the normal pace. Keeping up with 10 per hour. 10 views per hour. It was supposed to be the title of the video, but I put it as the thumbnail picture instead. So I still may do that title soon, depending on what these guys plan next. I mean, it's like, wow, they have no other playbook to go by. This is exactly what they did in the first lawsuit. It's unbelievable. And they said that they were going to do it again. And I sued again. And here they are again. It's like they just don't care because nobody's holding them accountable. But, yeah. Mormon Lucifer just wants my eternal happiness. Why can't I just conform and comply? But that's what the threats are to the Congress people. And there were a large number of Republican congressmen who gave in to the threats. They were more concerned about their lives than the country of whom they served. They were afraid that these insurrectionists are going to murder their family and themselves. When the coronavirus was starting, they were all, I'm going to sacrifice my life for my family. And now, where were the guards? We could have died. But I don't dare vote to impeach them because they might kill me and my family. I don't care about the oldest. He's kind of fallen anyway. But the others. Mormons. I don't get it. This is like a bad dream that I can't wake up from. That the church I'm born and raised in not only worship Lucifer and live in denial. No, we worship Jesus Christ, Travis. It's in the name. But they're also trying to destroy America. When Joseph Smith said, no, we're supposed to save America. That's why we wrote the Book of Mormon. Well, not me, my dad, but I had one assignment and I blew it. So I was taken off the assignment. But yeah, everybody in the Mormon church, that was a miracle. Joseph Smith wrote the translated the Book of Mormon by the gift and power of God, which is not real translation, it's revelation, but he did it in record-breaking time. They already had documents to work with that were in English. It was just a matter of taking it and putting it into a different story form than the original authors. So, yeah, their sacrifice was in vain. All Mormons spit on Joseph and Hiram's grave. They burned the Book of Mormon. And yet they still say, I love the Book of Mormon, it's so true. Ow, that hurt. That fire is really hot. It's like the joke as little kids when the bully grabs you by your wrist and punches you with it. And then says, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? That's what the Mormons are doing. Book of Mormon is true. Book of Mormon is true. This page is true, and this page is true. We're just following the story of Abinadi, where he was scourged with burning sticks, which has been turned into a bigoted word. Just as the missionaries on my mission, when we got into Newburgh, we saw the old records from the previous missionaries, and one of the investigators had flaming written on it, and it was in colors. Or I think Mark Augustine colored it. But he did make a good cabbage dinner. I don't know what it was called, but it was with cabbage. It's like a stuffed cabbage of some kind. I typically don't like cabbage. But yeah, it was clear when we entered the house that it was a den of sin. A group of guys were all lying on top of each other in front of a TV screen on the coffee table, and it was I think it was a Rambo movie. It had Arnold, or it had what's his name? I'm going to be quoting him if I win this lawsuit. I need to know his name. Sylvester Stallone. I am planning, if I win this lawsuit, and it's not likely that it's going to happen, because I've got the church now threatening me, which means it's confirmed they did threaten the federal judges, but that was obvious, and so Tina Campbell is afraid for her life, and so she's not going to render a judgment ever. And so here it is. The church is on the brink of completing the mass destruction of America so that they can have their kingdom of Deseret again with polygamy. Remember, I exposed them on that one. Nelson got mad. That's my #1 video on this channel. I'm pretty sure all of you know that video. And if you don't, it'll soon pop up on your requested for clicking on this one. So, yeah. Just unbelievable. And so, yes, I actually have to hope for an all-out war in the streets, because that's my only survival. And it's not much of a survival, but at least I know what to do in those cases, because all bets are off. We have no economy, we have no system of government. It's a survival of the fittest that is forced upon us in those situations. And so yeah, I know exactly what to do. I've actually had, I guess we can call it visions. It's ideas, thoughts, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, in plain sight, and Mormons are still blind. And I'm sure it's on purpose, because I can't imagine Mormons are this dumb. Mormons have to know by now the church isn't true. And if you don't know the church isn't true, you're dumb. It's that simple. You know, the woman formerly called my second ex, she refuses to study and research the church. She just goes to church, feels good, because everybody follows the routine, and that's it. She'll go around telling people the Book of Mormon is true, church is true, that's great, she loves it. But other Mormons, no, you're held to higher accountability than Karen. You can't just bury your head in the sand and say, nope, I don't want to hear anything bad about the church. It's all fake news. Don't want to hear it. Well, it came from Nelson. You were supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be following him. Remember when Trump said we were supposed to drink bleach? You didn't follow him then either. But you're going to follow Nelson to go to church? to go to the temple, to go on missions, not wear a mask. 42% for going to church this past week. 42! That's almost half. Mormons got slaughtered at church. Church is a super spreader. And Nelson's not shutting it down. He's letting all of you get infected. And as many of you who die because you're weak, snowflakes, that's all the more wives for him, assuming you're the men who die. But it's most likely going to be Oaks by then. I mean, we're 3 more years. Well, he just turned 92, or was it 93? I think it was 93, wasn't it? 96? Holy crap. He just turned 96. So, yeah. In 2024, in April, he'll be 100. Dear God. In the April, he'll be 99. Then you turn it around and it's 6'6", and then you break them into threes, 2 sets of 3. That's this year, right now, 3,333 years from the Exodus that the Jews claim for their calendar date. Alrighty. So I'm not expecting any breaking news. Trump may pardon people, but I don't do government stuff. I did the one, but we'll see. Let's check out the other. Oh, no, I didn't. No, what are you doing? No. Okay. Alright, so 1 hour ago, Mormon Lucifer, 14 views. Dangers of an LDS foothold, 13. Switching gears, my political one, it actually has 12 after 3 hours. So yeah, you're probably going to be confused. Why is Allison Krogan shown multiple times with the new Barbie doll in the middle? And then there's the attack on my life. Only 10 views. In 3 hours, only 10 views. That's how much Mormons care. That's how much ex-Mormons care. What the hell? What the hell? I'm being betrayed by... Why aren't you... There's 1 thumbs up. Place your bets as to how many thumbs down out of 10 views. No, it's not 9, but close. 6. Everybody's weighing in on the attack on my life and wanting me dead. See? I'm right. Mormons want me dead. Right there. There's the proof. They would rather die following Nelson than follow me and live. I saw Terminator. I know how it works. Come with me if you want to live. The one killing humans was the bad guy. And, oh, God. So, yeah, why Mormon men are so angry? That's doing okay. It's dropping now, as expected. It's been 11 hours. I should be at 110, but it's only at 50. And, Yeah. So that's going to surpass Mormons left Joseph Smith's church, but won't leave him alone. That's another one with a lot of thumbs down. 8. So, there you go. I came to Utah saying, hey, church is true, Joseph Smith is a translator, and they want me dead. They want me dead. Unbelievable.